What mouth?
There's been some buzz that the Scarlet Witch might pop up in the Wonder Man series, especially after her wild ride in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. With the upcoming Disney Plus show, there's a lot of speculation that this theory might hold water. For those not in the know, Wonder Man producer Stephen Broussard has hinted that the series will be influenced by the comics, promising something really fresh and different from what we've seen in the MCU so far. He also mentioned that streaming serialized storytelling is a totally different muscle compared to the 3-act structure of movies. In the comics, Wonder Man and Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch, have some intriguing interactions, so it's possible we might see something similar in the series. Let's dive into what we know about the upcoming show and what we might expect. Let's start with the complicated love triangle from the comics involving Wonder Man and the Scarlet Witch. Marvel is known for its tangled relationships, and this one is no exception. In the Marvel Comics universe, Wanda Maximoff has had her share of romantic entanglements. One of the notable ones is with Wonder Man. Here's the backstory. Wonder Man, also known as Simon Williams, had a connection to Wanda's husband Vision. After Wonder Man sacrificed himself to save the Avengers in the 1960s, Iron Man tried to bring him back by copying his brain patterns. However, these patterns were stolen by Ultron, who used them to create Vision. The twist? Many fans saw Vision as a sort of reincarnation of Wonder Man due to this brain pattern connection. Things got even more complicated when the real Simon Williams was resurrected. Given their shared brain patterns, it wasn't surprising that Simon fell for Wanda too. He thought that if Wanda loved Vision, she might also love him if circumstances were different. Years later, as Wanda moved on from Vision and began a romance with Simon, it seemed that the Avengers' hunch was right. Their relationship hints at how Wanda could have had children in the multiverse, including Earth 838. It's hard to imagine her having kids with an android like Vision, but with Wonder Man it seems plausible. This idea fits with the notion that Wanda's children could exist across different universes. If Wanda from Earth 838 fell for Wonder Man instead of Vision, they might have had a life together that Wanda could never have with Vision on Earth 616, even if he wasn't wiped out by Thanos. This theory could also explain why Vision wasn't around in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. Given Wanda's mention of her children existing in every universe except her own, it's possible she married Wonder Man in all those realities except Earth 616. So what could Wonder Man's show mean for Scarlet Witch? Given her defeat in Doctor Strange 2, it seems Wanda has to face the harsh reality that her happy ending might be out of reach. If she returns to the MCU, she'll likely have to come to terms with this. However, with Marvel's decision to greenlight Cretton's Wonder Man show, there's a glimmer of hope that Wanda might find some of the happiness she was missing in the movie and WandaVision. If Wanda crosses paths with Wonder Man, whether as an ally or an adversary, she might uncover his connection to her deceased husband Vision. This revelation could lead to Wanda seeing glimpses of the person she loved in Wonder Man, which might help her start healing. Instead of introducing a completely new love interest that could complicate Wanda's history with Vision, having Wonder Man in the mix could help Marvel navigate this narrative more smoothly. Plus, if Wonder Man turns out to be the father of Wanda's kids in other universes, it opens up the possibility for Billy and Tommy to exist naturally on Earth 616. Depending on how Marvel handles Wonder Man, he could play a crucial role in Wanda's journey to achieve the peace and resolution she sought in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, all without resorting to magic. If you haven't been keeping up, here's the scoop on Marvel Studios' upcoming Wonder Man series. The project was first announced in June 2022. Initially, there was speculation that Destin Daniel Cretton was developing a spin-off of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, potentially focusing on Xia Ling's takeover of her father's criminal empire. But surprise! It turned out to be an adaptation of Wonder Man, a character who could still cross paths with Shang-Chi in the future, given his Avengers ties. Fast forward to April 2024, and The Hollywood Reporter revealed that filming for Wonder Man had wrapped up. This came 3 months after production resumed following the resolution of the Writers Guild of America strikes. The filming spanned 5 months, starting in April 2023 and wrapping up in 2024. It's worth noting that the series had faced delays due to strikes before its 2023 hiatus. One of the main updates is that Wonder Man will be part of Marvel's Spotlight banner, as announced by Deadline in November 2023. This means the series might have fewer connections to the broader MCU and could focus more on its own character-driven narrative. This approach follows the pattern set by the first Spotlight release, Echo, which revived Kingpin in a significant way. Given that Echo became one of Disney Plus's most watched new shows in 2024, there's hope that Wonder Man might follow suit in terms of viewership. The show is part of Destin Daniel Cretton's exclusive deal with Marvel Studios. Stella Migi, known for directing Everything Everything and The Photograph, will direct a few episodes alongside James Ponsoldt and Tiffany Johnson. Andrew Guest, the head writer, has previously worked on 30 Rock, Community, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he also contributed to Hawkeye. In the fall of 2022, Marvel Studios cast Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Wonder Man, marking his debut in the MCU. Abdul-Mateen is known for his roles as Dr. Manhattan in HBO's Watchmen, for which he won an Emmy, Bobby Seale in The Trial of the Chicago 7, and a mix of Morpheus and Agent Smith in The Matrix Resurrections. He also appeared on TV in The Handmaid's Tale and Black Mirror. Before joining Marvel, Abdul-Mateen was part of the DCEU, playing the villain Black Manta in Aquaman and its sequel. The Wonder Man series will also feature some familiar MCU faces. Ben Kingsley is returning as Trevor Slattery, the character he originally portrayed as the Mandarin in Iron Man 3 before being revealed as an imposter. Slattery's return, especially in a major role, suggests that the series may delve into Simon Williams' Hollywood career and possibly the Ten Rings organization. Demetrius Gross and Ed Harris joined the cast in March 2023, playing Eric Williams and Neil Saroyan respectively. Eric is Simon's brother and a Marvel villain known as Grim Reaper, while Saroyan is Simon's agent with mind control powers. Their characters are expected to have significant impacts on the series, given their connections to Simon. Lauren Glazier and Byron Bowers have also been cast, with Bowers' July 2024 announcement confirming ongoing production. Although their roles aren't yet detailed, their presence indicates they will play key parts in the story. There's also a rumor that Josh Gad might join the cast, but this hasn't been confirmed yet. Producer Stephen Broussard has teased that the Wonder Man series will be heavily influenced by the comics and bring something totally new to the MCU. He mentioned that the show's storytelling will be unique and different from the traditional 3-act film structure, favoring a more episodic format akin to She-Hulk Attorney at Law rather than a continuous story like The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In the comics, Simon Williams starts as a supervillain before becoming a hero, offering a compelling redemption arc. His original storyline involves his father's company, Williams Innovations, losing out to Stark's Industries, leading Simon to accept Baron Zemo's offer to gain superpowers and seek revenge against Tony Stark. This background might explain Trevor Slattery's prominent role in the series, even though Zemo actor Daniel Bruhl isn't listed in the cast, hinting at possible changes to the story. Instead of starting with Simon's full villain-to-hero transition, the series might dive into his life as a superpowered stuntman in Hollywood. This fresh angle could explore the MCU's film industry in greater depth, offering a new perspective on the Marvel Universe. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.